Hey all, Nick Bova here, the KOC. That's the king of consistency. And are you one of those players that really struggles with a really long, extended golf swing, causing a lot of inconsistencies in your pattern, right? In your shot shape, in your contact? Well, here's what I got for you. This is one exercise with 3 different parts. I saw this from the great John Dunnigan years ago, and I've had some great success with some of my players doing this exercise in helping them improve the length of their swing so they can hit more consistent golf shots. So the first part of this exercise is we're just going to take some smaller swings, and step 1 for this exercise is we're going to go club parallel to club parallel. Now, a big part of why we do this in these kind of 3 steps is for us to figure out some proprioception. Proprioception is just a fancy term for understanding where our body is moving in space. A lot of people will struggle with that. I'll ask somebody all the time, take the club back to lead arm parallel, which is right here, and they end up going all the way up here, right? It's just because they're not sure where exactly it's moving in space. So doing this exercise is going to help us learn where we are moving in space. Now, you might not necessarily have a long golf swing or an exceedingly long one, but you're going to work on your proprioception so you can make your changes a lot faster so you can play more consistent golf. This is another drill you could do to help with that. So let's go back though. Let's go back to length of swing. So I'm going to go waist high to waist high, really trying to feel like I'm getting the proper length back and through. All right. Now I felt like that one was pretty good in the backswing, maybe a touch long in the downswing. I'm going to do that one again. Waist high back, or club parallel back. And then that one was way long going through. I didn't quite move my body well enough. My arms were a little bit ahead, so the club kind of slung out a little bit more than I would want. But once I've done this one, 3, 4, 5 times, that one was pretty good. Once I've done this 3, 4, 5 times, then I move on to the next one, right? And I say 3, 4, 5 times. Hopefully you're starting to get a feeling or a sensation of where that club is getting to and where it's moving in space. Now, the second piece of it, you're going to take it, again, club parallel to the ground, and then we're going to go into a full finish. So, club parallel to the ground, full finish. And again, you're not trying to murder these things, right? That last ball flew probably about 40 yards. I made really solid contact, but I was able to feel where I was in space, and then let the body rotate through, make solid contact, and just punch it out there. So we'll do another one of those. Club parallel, full follow through. Now I had maybe a little bit more speed on that one. That's okay. I had a pretty good feeling for where club parallel in the backswing was, so I added a touch more speed to it. Now, the third piece of this puzzle is we're going to then extend the golf swing to lead arm parallel to the ground. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to take a couple practice swings at first. I'm going to go lead arm parallel to a full finish. I'm going to do some slow ones, right? I can do this with a ball or without. I'm going to do a couple with. So lead arm parallel into a big full finish. Not full speed just yet, right? We're still trying to feel where our body is moving in space. Left arm parallel. Full follow through. All right. And then my last piece of it, once I get really good at that one, that's going to be the one that's really important, right? I like this one here to here, right? Waist high to waist high, or club parallel to club parallel. I really like club parallel to full finish because it gets the body integrated with it. But then the last one, lead arm parallel, like that's your go-to. Because if you can understand where lead arm parallel is in your golf swing, you can hit any shot. If you have to hit a knockdown, if you have to hit a 3/4 shot, if you have to hit a certain chip shot or pitch shot, right? We might utilize that lead arm parallel spot, and that's going to help us, right, be more consistent with those shots because we're not wondering where exactly we are every single time. So now the last piece of this is I'm going to take that lead arm parallel, and then I'm going to feel like I add just a little bit more length to that lead arm parallel, right? There's no definite amount. You're just trying to feel like it's a little bit longer than what you were doing at lead arm parallel. Now, if you are somebody that gets really long that way, that little bit might feel like nothing at all, right? And that's okay. If we can get it close, that's all we're looking for. So then from here, I'm going to feel like I go a little bit past lead arm parallel. Again, a little slower motion. Now let it rock and roll. So we do this drill, we stay consistent with it, we really figure out and learn to understand where that club is moving in space so that you can then go about improving the length, because now you have that proprioception of where the club's actually traveling to. So let's take this drill right here, let's improve the length of our golf swing, let's hit more consistent shots, and again, next time you're on the driving range, do this for 15 minutes. You're going to see a much better length of backswing and hit much more consistent golf shots.